I've never seen a car actually look like it's crying. Wash me, please. That legitimately was clean just a second ago. It is snowing and I have to wash this car.
I'm dreaming.
I'm not right now. I really don't want to be cold. I guess we're doing that in here today. It's not sticking on the ground, but it's definitely sticking on this car. It looks like fake snow. I have snow in my hair. I have snow in my hair. I haven't done my hair. Huh? Oh well. It's the first snow of the year.
Snow, 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 snow.
We had no snow last year, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm not mad about this. My hair is awful. I just woke up. I'm actually really, really excited for snow. It's not gonna last long. You can just see it's like a little passing pocket, but my kids are freaking out. But I have a car to do today. I didn't cancel. The high today is only 34. I knew I was gonna do this in the garage. I wasn't expecting snow whatsoever, but let's do a quick walk around of the vehicle, and then we're gonna pull it in the garage, get warm after I get out of my PJs, of course, because right now I'm in my pajamas. When it snows, you capitalize upon just enjoying the moment. But it's gonna be a good day. It's not like super dirty, but there's a lot of film on the paint. What's going on with this paint? It's like, I'm actually glad that it's not so dirty that we can't do a rinseless wash. But we'll do our tires and wheels inside. We got some bugs on the front here that look like they've been on there for quite some time. It's like crying. The car is crying. It's so dirty. Fortunately for us, this is just a light fluffy snow that you can very easily blow off the vehicle. But if you are wanting to wash a vehicle and it is covered with thick snow, you want to try to remove as much of that snow as possible. Let it thaw out. I'm not going to demonstrate how we do a rinseless wash on our tires and wheels. I've already done a video on that, so check that link down below. We've got a lot of dirt. I'm not seeing a whole lot. We do have a little bit of rail dust here. So we'll do a quick clay towel. You can tell it hasn't been touched in a while. Maybe they do non-touch automatic car washes, but it hasn't been touched in a while. So we're going to touch it. I'm just kidding. We're gonna do a good rinseless wash in the garage, tires and wheels, get the inside clean in the comfort of the garage. If you are a detailer and you are expecting to wash a vehicle in temperatures like this, you're gonna potentially be making an ice skating rink, which is not safe. Not safe for you, not safe for customers when they come pick up your vehicle. So ideally, on days where you are freezing like this, I would say reschedule. If you have a customer's garage that you can work in, or maybe you have a garage yourself, like I do, make sure it's heated, insulated. I used to use a propane tank top heater at our old house, and actually used my next door neighbor's garage to detail out of. That's how I kind of worked around it in the beginning when I didn't have a garage. But we installed a mini split, and we're gonna crank the heat on this baby, blow all the snow off before we pull it in, and get this baby clean in the comfort of our heated garage. Start at the top. So if you follow this channel for a while, you know that one of my favorite rinseless washes to use is the DIY Detail Rinseless Wash. And although I've done several videos showing how to do this on vehicles, many of you are still nervous about the idea of doing a rinseless wash on a dirty vehicle. So we're going to demonstrate for you guys my process on doing a rinseless wash on a dirty vehicle. So first things first, I have some rinseless wash in my foamer at a 256:1 dilution ratio, and we're going to pre-soak the vehicle to soften and loosen the dirt before we come in to do our contact wash. So this is one way. This is the IK Foam Pro 12. They have a battery packed one as well. if you don't want to have to pump it yourself. A little bit more of a cost increase, so for those of you that are looking to save money, you'll get a little bit of exercise in as well. But you can see I did a good bit of the car before I really needed to come in and repump my sprayer. Now I'm just kind of soaking this down to give it a chance to kind of soften all the dirt that's in here. So there's a good bit. Now this is going to make a good bit of puddling on my garage floor, and I'm not upset about that because I need to do a good mopping, and a rinseless wash is a great way to wash your floors, but you can just kind of come in. I have a shop mop here and just kind of mop stuff up. That way you're not slipping all over the place, but be prepared. It's not the cleanest method doing winter detailing in a garage like this. I don't have drains. For those of you that do, yeah, I'm jealous, but we're making do. Everything is kind of softened, loosened. Now I can come in with my rinseless wash. We're gonna start at the top. I'm not scrubbing. I'm just basically, you can almost use 2 fingers to just kind of glide it around. And this is going after a lot of the road film that's on here. Vehicle is changing colors actually. Now what I'm gonna do, got my clay towel, my ceramic gloss. This is my lubricant, and I'm also sealing simultaneously. And if you have bugs, what'd you just do? But if you have bugs on glass, it's you. You're talking to me. If you have bugs on glass, this is a great way to get the bugs off. And again, we're not scrubbing. We're not pushing down. We are letting the pad just kind of glide over the surface. We've got plenty of lubrication with our rinseless wash and our ceramic gloss that it is very safe. We're gonna basically do this whole side, dry it, go over to the other side and dry it. But I want to kind of bring you in closer for you to see just how dirty this car is. You can see kind of right here where I did the sponge. Again, not scrubbing. We're gonna go over it twice. Straight lines, start at the top, work your way down. If you feel like it's dirty, flip to a fresh side, which is what we just did.
I like to use the rinseless sponge because it helps pull dirt into it, but you can also use a microfiber, but you want to make sure you don't wring it out completely dry. You want to have a small drip of solution because you want to capitalize upon that high lubricating solution. Now you don't need to do this step. This is only if you can feel or hear contamination on the panel.
You can actually see where the ceramic gloss instantly is adding hydrophobics to this paint.
If you don't need to do a decontamination with a clay towel, you can simply just spray your ceramic gloss and dry, and you're done with a wash and seal.
The customer is only asking for a exterior wash, clay, and seal. And we're gonna do another round of protection when we are done with this, just to give it a little bit of a stronger layer of protection. There are quite a few nicks on this vehicle. It's a little bit of tar, so I'm just gonna very gently go over those pieces of tar. There's some scuff marks on this white paint right here. We just very easily remove that. Got some rail dust. It's going after that. I'm not scrubbing. I'm just kind of using my hand to gently go over the surface. We're just gonna
dry off this part right here that we did our rinseless wash on already. Just so that way we don't have any staining. If your rinseless wash does dry on the panel, you can just simply re-wet it and then dry. This paint is clean, it's smooth, and protected. You can see a huge difference just in color from this door panel to this door panel where we've cleaned. We've got just some minor puddling on the ground. We'll quick mop that up, do these doors here, the front, and just keep working around the vehicle. We did have a heavy buildup of tar on our lower rocker panels that the rinseless wash just couldn't cut through by itself, so we used Stoner Car Care, their Terminator. It's my favorite to just melt tar safely off of paint. You can just easily wipe it off with a microfiber, and then we'll just continue with our rinseless wash, clay, and seal on the rest of the paint. Because we had a lot of bug etching that had been on there for months, we used Griot's Garage, their bug and smudge remover, to soften the bug etchings. And then we used a microfiber to wipe off all of the bug residue. So that way we were just a little bit more gentle, as we did have some PPF on this front grille that I didn't want to scratch it with our clay towel. But the rest of the vehicle will just continue on with our wash, clay, and seal as usual. I know that some of you would be very nervous, apprehensive about doing a rinseless wash on a vehicle that has, you know, a layer of dirt such as that. But we have sprayed this down with our rinseless wash, which is actually kind of the second time, because by the time I got around to this side of the vehicle, it kind of dried on there. But we've moistened everything. We'll just come in, back and forth. Again, not scrubbing, not pushing down heavy. We'll take our clay towel. Still got a rinseless wash on there. I'm going heavier with our ceramic gloss. If this was like a normal scenario, you wouldn't necessarily need to go this heavy. But that's just giving us extra lubrication. And again, no pressure, just kind of gliding over the surface until it feels and sounds smooth. And we're going to take our towel, dry that panel off, and you can just panel by panel work your way around the vehicle. It's clean, it's smooth, decontaminated, and protection applied. Just as quick and simple as that. You can see where we have kind of stopped. This is the last section that we need to do, and it's pretty much the worst section on the vehicle. I always kind of save the worst for last, best for last, whichever your perspective is. You don't need to skimp with your rinseless solution, especially if you're nervous about scratching the paint. This is the part of the vehicle that most people get nervous about, and you can see, again, we're starting at the top where there's less dirt, working our way down to the heavier buildup of dirt, gentle straight lines, frequently flipping and rinsing our sponge to try to reduce how much dirt is on the surface of the sponge, so that way we don't scratch our paint. I'm not scrubbing, pressing down. Use common sense. Some people might get nervous when they see this amount of dirt coming off of a vehicle, but when done properly, a rinseless wash is actually very safe on the paint. Even though I'm doing a clay towel treatment, again, that rinseless wash is helping me to be very safe on our clear coat that I don't need to polish afterwards. What's great is our sponge can actually see, like, it's staying clean. When you put it in your rinseless solution, it's releasing all that dirt very quickly into your water. I find that on a vehicle that has this much soil, which I would categorize this as average soil, it's not heavy, but it's not light. I can do an entire rinseless wash on a vehicle of this size with one bucket. Now, if you are nervous about scratching the paint, you can always just change your water to fresh water. But after rinsing out our sponge, we're going to actually go over this back panel a second time, so that way we just remove a little bit more of the grit from the sand, and then we will come in and continue our clay and seal, dry this panel, and then we are done. Now, for those that want to know at what point do you do your tires and wheels, after I'm done with my glass and my paint, I can then use that same bucket to do my tires and wheels, because I'm going to be pulling up even more dirt from our wheels and our tires that I'm not nervous if any of that rinseless solution gets on those wheels. But you can also just change your water, get a fresh bucket, and then do your tires and wheels. But once we are done with our paint, then we can dry off our door jambs. Rinseless solutions are fantastic at cleaning door jambs as well, but we were able to get streak-free results on our glass, paint, and protect our vehicle all in one easy step.
We are done. Now I can move on to the interior, get that done. We'll be done in about an hour and a half.
As someone who details cars professionally out of my home, I have found that the rinseless wash has allowed me to stay busy and to stay profitable year-round. So whether you're a DIYer who's looking for ways to keep your vehicle clean even in freezing conditions, or maybe you're a mobile or professional detailer that are looking for ways to stay profitable even in freezing temperatures, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, give us a thumbs up and make sure you stay tuned for future videos we have coming out. But thanks guys for watching. We'll see you in the next detail.